So back at it. Yo, welcome back. This is Locker Room Talk with Jitim Young. I'm your boy, Mr. Wildcat, Mr. Northwestern, Mr. Big Ten. Jitim Young, Chicago legend, Hall of Famer. And in the locker room, I got one of my former teammates that I shared a locker room with. Man, Dan Bankman, Israeli legend, one of the coldest guys, and if you leave him open, it's bucket. He gonna make every shot. Dan, welcome to the locker room, bro.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. It's been
Man,
a
for
while
sure.
since I've been in a locker room with you.
I I know, man. It's been a long time since we've been in the locker room together, man. Yeah, you were a great teammate, man. Just kind of, yeah, talk about those times, man. Like when we was out there in Israel playing together, man. What was it like? Just kind of like, man, being in that environment where we had me and you were both guards.
I think we were probably the two strongest guard in the league. 100% you were the strongest guard in the league. Like man, no one could play the post like you did. No,
Yeah,
not a big
man.
man. No one.
Right.
It was a hell of a you came in the second round and it was an amazing second round and a playoff run. We were so close to do some big things there, but it was
Yeah,
a
man.
fun time.
I thought we had a chance to win it all, and we really gelled and clicked at the right time, man. Just playing professional basketball and having like a wonderful teammate like yourself is the reason why we got this platform, so people can kind of just feel what it's like being in a locker room. And you living in London now. How was that?
Yeah, I moved a couple of years ago during COVID time, actually.
Yeah.
Just something that happened. My wife is from here, so just
Okay. Cool.
happened, and yeah, living here. It's not bad.
I've been seeing a lot of the NFL games
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
the football games going. Are you close to all that? Do you guys know when the team's coming?
I haven't went, but it's yeah. I could have gone, just didn't buy tickets. But yeah, like 3 or 4 games. I think there's another
Yeah,
one next week or in 2 weeks' time.
for sure.
Yeah. So, but it's crazy. It's big here. It's like 80, 90,000 people will go to watch it.
Wow,
It's crazy.
that's amazing.
You wouldn't believe
Because
it.
I remember my first time when I went internationally. Like in America, soccer is not that big. So
Yeah.
when I first went over there, I was like, "What? People play soccer over here?" And I didn't realize like that's the number one sport in the world until I came over there. Because in America, like soccer is like maybe fifth.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's going up now, maybe in the last 10 years. But like I remember, like when I was in high school and college and then everything, soccer was like you didn't care about soccer at all. And then I go internationally. I'm like, you guys really watching a whole soccer game? Like you guys literally you're about to sit down and put your eyes on the soccer game on TV. And they was like, yeah, what is wrong with you? So I was like, oh, so that was kind of new for me, man.
Yeah. No, I still don't get it. Let
For
me
real.
have basketball, NFL. That's fine by
That's
me.
for sure. Man, speaking of basketball, the NBA, the season's kicked off and everything. I know you're a huge Bulls fan. Chicago got a lot of love for you, man. First, we love it's just a nice little beautiful population of people from Israel. So like there's gonna be a lot of people watching it, just showering you with a lot of love. But you're a Bulls fan. What do you think? Like, how do you feel about the Bulls this season from what you've seen?
Well, 4 games into the season, we already beaten the Eastern Conference finalists.
True.
So that's a good sign. Last year we were awful against the good teams. Like we
Yeah.
were 0-3 with Miami, 0-4 with Philly and Milwaukee. We lost to Boston when were good.
Right.
So that they're very
Nice.
good, two good wins. We did lose to Washington and Cleveland,
Right.
but I think the Bulls they look okay actually. They need
They
Lonzo
do.
Ball back.
And you know what, Dan? See, this is why you my brother. I had a former basketball player and a professional. We talked the other day, and he talked about how he didn't really like how he was like it's something about Zach Levine that he don't like, and he said it just when he watched Zach, he like it's like everybody else is buying in, but he just seemed like the sore thumb that's sticking up. And I told him when Lonzo Ball gets back, now he could push Zach to the wing where all you want to do is score, cool. But Lonzo Ball is that true point guard who could also, commit to the defensive end.
Yeah.
Kind of talk about like Lonzo Ball's impact that you think will help the Bulls in that stretch run, like later this season.
Look, if you watch the Bull last year in the first half of the season until the All-Star break, they were leading the East, and
Right.
Lonzo had a he had a major impact. Defensively, is tall. He's like 6'6", 6'7". He
Mm-hmm.
can play, 1 to well now in the league 1 to 4 basically on defense,
Right.
and he doesn't care about the ball. He's not a point guard like you know 95% of the point guards now in the league. They need
Right.
the ball. They need to shoot it as much as they can. He doesn't care about that,
Yeah.
and he pushed the. I think he reminds me. Well, Jason Kidd is one of my favorite players ever. I think
Right.
he's top 3 point guard all time.
Uh huh.
But I think Lonzo has something as Jason Kidd in him. He pushed
Yeah.
the ball. He doesn't care about anything. He'll push the ball, transition, pass it, move. He doesn't care about the ball. And the Bulls need it because DeMar, he need the ball obviously, and Zach need the ball, and Lonzo know how to get the ball to them.
That's a great
And
comparison because I think when I first saw him at UCLA, when I first saw him at UCLA, I started watching YouTube videos of him in high school. I'm like, this Lonzo Ball kid got a lot of buzz. And when I saw him play, I said, hey, man, this Jason Kidd 2.0. This Jason Kidd reincarnated all over again. So it's just funny, like, what I mean, how just being a student of the game, we can
yeah,
look at a player and be like, okay, we see that, but and Jason Kidd ended up winning the title. That's all Dirk needed. He couldn't get that with Devin Harris, but he got Jason Kidd, a point guard who could put Jason Terry at the two, got Dirk the ball easily where he needed it, and Jason Kidd was committed to the defensive end. They end up upsetting the Miami Heat, who had that historically great team
yeah,
with D Wade and LeBron. And I think I agree with you. You got your go-to guy in DeMar DeRozan. You got a score and Zach Levine. You just missing like with Lonzo. He could just I think just put everybody in the place they need. And then you got Io coming off, who's gonna just be that utility guy and
yeah.
show.
Io looks great. By the way,
Yeah, he worked on his game this summer. You could tell.
you can tell he'll. I don't know if you watched the game tonight against last night against Boston, but he
Yeah,
played in his own pace.
right.
Like pick and roll, it stops. Okay, hesitate, go to the basket,
Hmm.
dime. It just looked great. Hopefully, will continue and be consistent because young guys sometimes have a good game and then a bad game, but he looks good. He
No,
looks
he
and
reminds
his
me a
shot
lot
and
of
his shot looks much better this year.
yeah, the guy from Philly. You could tell he worked on his game.
Maxi.
Um, yeah, Maxi. And when I look at him and Ayo, it's just certain people you could tell from when they come into the league. And Maxi had a hard time his first year when he was in the playoffs. He came back last year, looked great.
Yeah.
Same thing with Ayo. Ayo had a good rookie year for a rookie, but the things that the Bulls needed for the team, like in the playoffs and stuff that he couldn't deliver, he's showing that now. Like I've worked on this aspect of my game, and his body looks great.
Yep. Yep. Also, I think you know it as a player also when a team last year with all the injuries the Bulls had, sometimes the other players they don't know. Oh, he'll will Alonso come back? Is he
Hmm.
coming back? Is he not coming back? And you're not sure what your place is.
Yeah,
And
I get
this
that
year
point.
is like, okay, Alonso, if he comes back, great.
Great.
It's a it looks like a bonus for now because I have
Right.
I have a bad feeling about his knees. But
Yeah.
I think Ayo knows, okay, I'm the starting point guard and this is my role now. And if he comes back, great. If not, we're ready for it.
I'm ready. We're ready for it. And I think as long as the Bulls continue to play the way they're playing, They went and got Andre Drummond for Embiid and for Giannis and for like the dominant guys that they had a hard time with a year ago because even though Vucevic is nice and happy birthday to him, he had a great game last night.
Yeah,
Those physical, overpowering big men, Vucevic struggled with. So to
yep,
go get Drummond was a nice chess move by the Bulls.
yep. I agree. He looks okay also.
Yeah, and he looks happy. He looks happy here.
Yeah,
So
he wasn't
that's the
happy in
thing.
Brooklyn or LA or Philly
Yeah,
the
man.
last few years.
We talking about happiness, man. Do you feel bad for Russell Westbrook, or what do you think? Like, cause like my heart kind of, I kind of feel bad for him.
I feel, it's hard to feel bad about someone that first of all earns so
Making
much money
47 million,
uh,
yeah,
and plays in the NBA and played
right,
in the NBA for the last 14 years
for sure. Hall of
and
Famer,
Hall of Famer. And
yeah,
I like him. I
yeah,
always liked him. And when people, went down on him because, oh, Kevin Durant,
hmm,
you don't let Kevin Durant get the ball. No, Kevin
right,
Durant, you saw what happened. He went
right,
to. There's a reason why he went to Golden State and now
yeah.
well, he's not a leader. He's an amazing player, but he's not a leader.
Not a leader, yeah,
And Russell is more alpha dog.
hmm.
Uh, but he's not playing great. But I think the situation also is just I I
It's eating at him. Like
yeah,
I'm
this
good at
year
body language, and if he can mask it all his want, because I'm good at that. I know how to cover up pain very well. That dude is hurting, and I mean, not hurting is like sad, but he like, I'm not happy here. I really want to leave, and like, I hope. I mean, this guy's averaging 9 points a game. A dude that's been averaging 30.
triple double.
Yeah, like I just hope, man, like when they finally cut them wings and let him go, like if we get to see it this year, we're gonna see how he just enjoy basketball again. But Charles Barkley said it, man. You could just see like he's not having fun out there.
Yeah, I actually don't understand how he got there. Like it didn't make sense last year when they trade for him. You know that
Hmm.
LeBron need a point guard is a shooter, is basically a shooter.
Right,
Someone could spread the court. I think they thought he will lead the second unit more, or when LeBron is resting and AD is resting, so you can count on Russ.
right.
But yeah, something not clicking over there, and 100% LeBron is not happy with it.
Yeah.
And you saw the jump shot against Portland when
Oh yeah, I
it was a
saw that.
very bad,
And LeBron was
bad
like,
mistake,
LeBron was like,
and
oh
LeBron
my
like,
god, like that.
what are
I
you
saw
doing?
that.
Like, AD and LeBron like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going back to defense now. Uh,
Hey, what I do know, I'm just speculating. Russell Wilson, I said Russell Wilson. He's struggling too though.
also,
Yeah, both of the Russells. Russell Westbrook is Bronny James's favorite player.
really
So yeah, so Russell Westbrook is Bronny James's favorite player. So I think, and I'm just just a speculation. I don't know this for sure. That the reason why LeBron wanted Russ to come because that's his son's favorite basketball player in the NBA.
interesting. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's not a good fit. I'm not a supporter of LeBron or the Lakers, so I'm happy to see them
yeah,
losing.
facts. Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I feel a bit sad for Russell. Like, yeah, he deserved better. I think all the slander, on social media and everything, he
right.
doesn't deserve it. It's not
Yeah,
him.
yeah. It's just like you've been on teams where you just didn't like the environment so much that even getting out of bed knowing that you got to go to practice, forget the game, you got to go to practice with them. You like, man, I
Yeah,
swear I hate everybody in here. But if I wasn't getting paid, I promise you I wouldn't go. And I guarantee that's how he feel every day.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, for sure. We we talking about the NBA, and I got to give my man Dan, your top five teams. Matter of fact, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Who is your top five teams in the NBA? And then now we kind of look at we've kind of seen like a body of work, 4 games of the players who Dan's top 5 players in the NBA and Dan's top 5 teams. Who you got
So top five players at the moment, or
at the moment? At the Yeah, because I
after
mean,
the
maybe
after
okay, do
this
both.
week,
Do
or
both. Nah, do both. Do your top 5 players that you think in the NBA currently, and then as the season in the first 4 games, who is your MVP? Who would you be your 5 MVP top
okay,
5 MVP race will be?
okay. So I'll start with the top five that well in the NBA, what I think, obviously.
Yeah.
So I have to start with uh, it doesn't matter the order, you know what, but I'll start
Okay. Cool.
with Steph,
For sure.
KD. I know I
Yeah.
said he's not a leader, but man, he can
He's
play.
amazing. Thanks.
He can play.
He can ball.
Giannis is
Oh,
number three. Well,
mm.
he's in
In your
top
top
five.
5. Hmm.
Mm, it's between the Joker and Embiid.
Okay.
Uh, I'll take Jokic. You know what?
Yeah.
The first few season I wasn't sure about him, but
Yeah.
but he's good.
Yeah. He a dog. He
Yeah,
he showed me something last year. He got heart. He showed me.
exactly. I thought he's like more like a stat padder, and but no,
Uh-huh.
he's legit.
Yeah. He could ball.
So he's in my top five,
Yeah.
and maybe Embiid. Yeah, I think it's Embiid,
You'll
Embiid,
take
and when Kawhi is healthy, Kawhi.
Kawhi's when he's healthy. Okay. Cool. Yeah. And you got and now your MVP race. I know it's 4 games, but
Yeah,
who you been most impressed with? Your 5 players you've been most impressed with
you
so
know
far.
it's a player that I hated,
Hmm.
hated when he came to the league, hated in the last, well, his first three season.
Hmm.
Jason Tatum.
Tatum, he is
Jason
hooping.
Tatum is good.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say it because I really hated this game. Like, only jump, only dribble jump, step
Yeah.
back three, didn't pass the ball at all. He was like Kobe Bryant, but without the Kobe Bryant. And you
Kobe
work with
Bryant
him
without the
also.
Kobe
That's why
Bryant.
he's shooting like that all the time.
Hey, the creative player Kobe.
But he's playing amazingly, and
He
he
is.
continued from last year's. And I think he plays also both ways. He does. It's not only on offense. He really
He
plays
locks
great.
up.
So he's 100% there. Ja Morant, yeah.
Hey,
Dero's
I'm buying this. I'm buying this
3.0.
jersey. I promise you. Matter of fact, when we get out there, I'm going to the NBA store, and I've been meaning to do that for like the last 2 weeks. I'm buying that kid's jersey.
You
He
deserve it, huh?
cold. He cold, Dan. He
Yeah,
got
yeah. He's
game.
good. He's good. So he's in my top five. DeRozan started amazingly again. Three out
Yeah,
of
he
four
is.
games, he just
He's
so
been the
good.
best player on the court.
Yeah, so good. He controls the game. He get his own. It's crazy. Everybody jump. He does this. Everybody jump. He get the
Mid
foul
range
and one.
assassin.
It's so good. So
Yeah,
DeRozan's there.
yep.
Uh, who else is there? Oh, of course. My main man, Dame Lillard, is back and he's back big time.
Yeah, he put
41,
big
41,
win.
31,
Yeah, big win
4
over
and
the
0.
Lakers. Yeah,
Beat Denver last night easily.
yeah.
So he's there, he's number 4. And who's the fifth? Mm,
How's Joker playing? I mean, I know that I saw them against Golden State. He looked. I mean, he was
yeah,
good.
he,
He had
he
a
did
triple
his
dub, I
thing.
think.
Yeah, almost, yeah. But last night he scored only 9. You know what? He
Oh,
scored
okay.
9 and he had only 4 field goals. 3 or 4,
Yeah,
4. I don't know how it happens when he shoots only 4 times. But so I'm not going to give it to him.
yeah.
Uh,
Embiid struggling right now
yeah,
early
Embiid,
on.
not amazing, not great.
Oh, Luca legend.
Yeah, Luca. Well, I guess I have to give it to Luca. But they only played, I think, like 2 games.
Yeah.
You know what? Devin Booker. Book
Look, yeah, that's right.
Booker.
Phoenix
Yeah.
had like a couple big wins. Yeah, Book.
And tonight they're playing, I think, Golden State. So it's going to be a
Yeah.
good
Oh
game.
yeah, that's gonna be must see. Definitely gonna be
So I'm
must see
going
TV.
with Book.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, nah, that list is yo five players that you like in the league overall, and then you just your MVP race. I like obviously LeBron is always gonna be
Yeah,
up
LeBron
there.
is LeBron, is
And
May.
yeah, and that LeBron, like you say, he a made man, but that Ja Morant kid, as far as like what he doing this year, in the league has been crazy, and like you say, him, Steph Curry is he, him and Giannis to me is one and 1 and 1 8 to me. Them will be my top two, and then everybody else come down currently right now in the league. But Joker, Joker done showed me something, man. Like he one of those players that come on the playground, on the court and everything, and you think he gonna be scared, and then he show you like, man, I'm out here. I feel nothing, and then everybody on the playground give him his respect. So yeah, I like what Joker is doing, for sure. Man, we're gonna end you with this there. We got this kid, you know what I mean? He not too far from you. He in France. Uh I know you saw him play. This kid, Victor Wembanyama, whatever the next,
Wabba whatever
yeah,
his name is.
the next LeBron, the next big thing, the next Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the next Magic. He supposed to be the next face, the next dominant force in the. Oh, speaking of dominant force, before we go to Victor, your boy Zion Williamson looks good right now. He
Yeah,
got
but
the
you know
Pelicans
what?
looking
Again,
nice.
fell on his back.
I
Now
know.
again, few
Yeah,
days
so
off. Come
tell,
on.
tell, tell him ice it up, get in the ice pool. But I
Shaq
gotta
would
shout out the
Shaq would
Pelicans.
tell him, man up and put
Man
some.
up on the real, man. Put something on there because you done set out a long time. Your back good. But tell me about this Victor kid. What do you like about him?
Yeah, I saw, the game against what is it, the G League, whatever it was, exhibition
Yeah.
games for an 18-year-old. Wow. Like, I know we saw LeBron as 18 and Melo and all these guys,
Hmm.
but something in his just the way he plays is like an adult. It's not
Yeah.
18. It's not just athletic. LeBron obviously against the high school guys, he was so uh, faster and stronger. He was a good, very, very good player, amazing player.
Hmm.
But his form and like technique wasn't great. And this
Right.
kid, when like is 7'4" or something like that, or seven
Yeah.
five,
Like
or I
like
don't know
per
what.
Porzingis height.
Yeah, and he shoots it, jump shot from the 3 point, falling away, fade away. He moves with the ball like almost like a Kevin Durant style,
Hmm.
and he's taller than him in 4 or 5 inches. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And he also played well. It looks like he's playing D, like swapping everyone.
Right.
He looks good. He looks very good, but obviously he's 18. But next year is the draft, and everybody's tanking for to get him, I
Yeah.
guess.
Take it
Even
in
though
the cut.
Utah not doing a great job, and the Spurs are not doing a great job tanking, or maybe the league told them you need to win a bit and then start losing, so
Hmm.
it won't look like a 0-82.
Right.
Uh, but how many good, great players that 7 feet 3-4?
Hmm.
How many? There's not a
Um.
lot, and even
Nah.
I don't know, like a Ralph Sampson back in the 80s. How
Right.
many good season he had?
Right.
Like 3.5 maximum
Hmm.
average.
Yeah.
They don't survive. That's the problem with these guys. And he's like skinny, like this the guy from the number 2 draft pick, Chat.
Yeah. Chet Holmgren. Yeah. What
Yeah,
happened to him? In summer league. Yeah. Playing
yeah.
playing against LeBron, twisted his ankle.
LeBron a bit, bump him a
Yeah.
little bit on the way to the basket. And that's it. They finished for the
Right.
season. And yeah, also Durant is skinny, and there's a lot of skinny players, but 7'4" and skinny. It's just a
I
recipe.
I
Sometimes
would
it's a
like.
recipe for disaster, but I hope for him
I'm
not. But
I'm
he
I'm
looks
hoping
amazing.
Porzingis. Like whatever Porzingis is doing, I hope he can like what Porzingis is pretty doable. He haven't really been. I mean, he did get hurt like when he was in New York and he was like the unicorn and he was like
Yeah,
on every billboard and stuff like that. I know he got hurt a little bit and then him and Luca fell out and Dallas. Luca didn't like him for whatever
yeah,
reason. And but he went to Washington. They let him, play with Russell Westbrook. He went to the playoffs. I think they went to the playoffs last year again with Bradley Beal. So like whatever Porzingis is doing, I hope that that kid could do it, but with more talent than Porzingis.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Porzingis is a good solid player when he's healthy.
Yeah,
I think he tore his ACL back then
yeah,
in with the Knicks, and
right.
but when he plays, is a good player.
Yeah, but he
But
will be
on,
the only 7'4" guy that I can like. To your criticism and your worries, like if you putting on your GM hat, and I would say the only thing I like if I would say like, well, if Porzingis who's 7'4", we gotta like try to make sure that we kind of whatever. I think Porzingis has got worn down in New York because they really wasn't giving him help. Hopefully they get his kid help, and I think the New York Knicks is we'll see. If he goes to New York, that would be huge for the NBA and for like that market. Because if New York is good and New York sells, New York is such a big city that it draws so much to the NBA. And
yeah,
to have a superstar that you could draw with, that would be good for the Knicks. But
the only
I
problem
just
if he goes to New York, you know what it is.
yeah, for sure.
He need to play for Tibbs,
Play for well, they're gonna have to find a new coach.
so his knees are done.
Yeah, no, they will have to fire Tibbs for sure. They will have to fire
Yeah,
Tibbs.
Tibbs not gonna let him play
Play
20
his
minutes or
game.
something like that. So it's
Yeah.
47 minutes.
Hmm.
Have a rest tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see.
But
We
he looks again for an 18-year-old this size. What again? I don't know. I don't know what the level of the G League is,
yeah.
but it doesn't matter when you score almost 40 points back-to-back games,
Right.
seven threes, six threes, like doing everything. It just looks good. It doesn't matter in what level, even.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
I mean the G League is a good level. It's like all the guys that were superstars in NCAA that went to Duke, Michigan State, Carolina, or they like kind of on the borderline of the NBA or whatever, or they it's like for example, Golden State got 15 stars. So that means Patrick Baldwin Jr., who's an incredible player, he got to go to the G League
yeah,
because he's playing behind um, like Wiggins, and then when Wiggins come out the game, it's Kaminga. When then Kaminga is Moody. So where's Patrick Baldwin gonna get his minutes at?
yeah,
So he got to go. So he was playing against some players. Them boys play. He just better. It's just some guys just a superstar. If you put LeBron James in a NBA Summer League game, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So
yeah.
yeah,
It will be interesting what happened with him and if he ends up in Utah or obviously in the Spurs because he had David
Spurs.
Robinson. They tanked for David Robinson, and then they tanked for
Ooh,
Timmy. And now they're tanking for another big man.
hey, damn, that's a good point. I didn't even think about Popovich.
History repeats itself.
Yeah, and now with Popovich, if he could get him just like he did with Robinson and Duncan, now Popovich might get like a rejuvenation to like build another championship team and do it his way. That's a good point. That I didn't even think of
You see? Good thing I'm here.
that. Hey, just like good times always. Hey, damn man, I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you, my brother, man. Thanks so much, man, for taking time out your day all the way in London. Come join me. I appreciate you, my brother.
Thanks for having me. Have a good day, and let's go Bulls, man.
Let's go Bulls, baby. Here we go. All right, man. Yo, great interview, man. This is my teammate Dan Bank, man. Israel, like I say, man, professional basketball connoisseur. His basketball mind is incredible. Hey, whatever you do it to the best of your ability. All right, and just always just believe, have faith in yourself, all right? And never forget, it is always room for improvement. And the day that you feel that you can't get better, it's the day you're not living your life to the fullest. This is Locker Room Talk with Jitim Young. I'm your boy, Mr. Northwestern, Mr. Wildcat, Mr. Big Ten, Chicago legend, Mr. Hall of Famer, Jitim Young. Uh, you can catch me Thursday night. I'll be with my guys. Let's talk about it, Shy. We'll be going live on Facebook. We got a live show right before we head to um, Dallas this weekend for the Bears Dallas game, football, Chicago Bears takeover. But thank you for joining me as always. Um, Follow me on Instagram at Jitim Young. Follow me on Twitter at Jitim Young. This is Locker Room Talk with Jitim Young. Peace and God bless.